Hey, good morning, everybody. My name's Amy Howard, and welcome to Maker Monday. Maker Monday, you may be watching this on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, but it's just a time that we set apart to be able to show you how to be able to do a really cute, unique project using the products here at a Maker Studio. So I want to just kind of show you something that's really adorable, that's very much on trend, and that is a project that's easy peasy to do. You know, if you have, I was going to say if we've been under a rock, we would know that llamas weren't a big deal, but llamas are a big deal for adults as well as for children. So it's something, if you have little people, you can definitely do this as a project together and they are going to love you even more. So let's take a look at what I've got down here on my table this morning. So first and foremost, we have put, as we always do, we put a little special bundle together for you. It's special pricing. It includes a lot of product that allows you to be able to, one, get some savings, and two, have it all put together for you so you can do all the projects that I'm going to show you here today. So definitely, this is a big, big win for us. Our No Drama Llama stencil has 4 different stencils that you're able to do different projects on. With this adorable cactus with some tassels. Of course, you're wording a close-up and then the whole body of the llama. You're going to get 3 different gel art inks. These are a great product. I'm going to show you how easy and how versatile they are. You're going to get Over Yonder. You're going to get this gorgeous dark gray and this beautiful blue. You know, the other great thing is you can mix these colors to be able to make a lot of different colors. And we're going to give you a spreader. So now I want us to look at all these different adorable projects that were done with this stencil. Look how we created this great looking pillow. Look at this adorable little backpack. Of course, you can even make a piece of art that you could hang in a nursery or a child's room. Look at these adorable cards. So we love the idea of having a themed birthday party. How adorable is it to be able to make your own wrapping paper that's themed towards a llama theme. I just think these are the cutest note cards. So you could have, if you had a birthday party for your child, they can write little thank you notes on these. How cute is that? You're just hitting it on every detail that really makes the experience that much more fun. Who doesn't want to be able to use a cup to be able to drink their juice in, their coffee, and look adorable at the same time? So this is just a, I think we got this at Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, Dollar General, and we were able to customize it with our stencil and be able to take that to work. How cute can you be? All right, so not only can you do that, look at these adorable bags, and we've got some recipe cards that will show you just how easy and fun these are to do. And last but definitely not least, what an adorable onesie this would be. You know, a lot of people don't realize you can go to Target, we call it Target. You can go in the dollar section and you can go in the baby section and you can get a pack of these for very little money, but you can turn around and customize them and make them into adorable baby onesies. And I will tell you this, I'm so excited. We have a dear, dear couple that is expecting their very first child, and they have gone through IVF, I want to say 3 times, and we are so excited. We're going to be doing a Maker Studio baby shower for them. So everybody's going to come in, and we're going to have onesies and diaper bags and everything all laid out, and they're going to be able to make their own projects like this to be able to turn around at the end of the baby shower, give them to them as a gift. So yes, we love crafting together, we love making things together, and we love giving gifts. So I just think that's going to be so, so cute. All right, so let me just show you how easy this is. If this is your first time in tuning in, I'm going to go over some real basics, because that way it may be shared and you may be going, I'm not familiar with this at all. What is a Maker Studio? We are all about crafting a beautiful life. It's a sister company of mine. Many people know me for finishes and painting furniture, which I've done that my whole life, my adult life, but I also love making things. And so we've developed a lot of products that makes it really easy to make things yourself, and you don't have to be artistic per se, but I believe everyone is creative. So it makes it really fun and easy. All right, so I'm opening up this stencil that comes in a bundle that we've done a special pricing for you. And you'll notice there's a little bag that comes in. I want you to keep this bag because it really makes it nice to be able to put the stencils back in this bag. And I talk a lot about a DIY pantry because you want to be able to put your things together. Some people are so big on DIY and making things, they have she sheds. I would love to have a she shed. I would love to have a room. I kind of have a studio here, so this is where we're creative. Now you're also going to notice there's going to be a piece of cardboard that's going to come in it. You can just set that aside as well. But then your stencil is going to have a backing on it like this. So the backing is because it's adhesive. So if you've ever worked with a Cricut or a Silhouette and you've made them, or you have a friend that does, the only bad thing about that is that you can't use it over and over again. You can use this over and over again. This is a polypropylene material. Now I'm not going to pull it all the way off yet because I want to cut it. But I did want to show you what that looks like and how it can be very adhesive. So let's put this back together. And now I want to show you, look how there's little lines here. These are basically cut marks. So I'm going to cut this up. And that's why I've kept my bag together, because it's going to allow me to be able to put these back in that little bag. All right, so now I'm just going to cut that apart. I'll go in and do another one. So now remember, this is 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, Memphis, Tennessee. If you're watching and you have a question, I have two people, one handling Facebook and one handling Instagram, and we will answer your questions for you. All right, so I'm going to set this aside. Now, I've got just some colored wrapping paper here, and I'm going to set this down. And I'm going to set this down. Now, I've got one that I've already used, and I'm going to just get this one. All right, so I'm going to lay this down. Now, if you're using it for the first time, you may just want to kind of set it and allow some of the stickiness to go away where it doesn't tear your paper. But you'll notice with what's so great about this stencil is it's kind of a fabric material. It's going to give. So I'm going to lay this down here, and I'm just going to press it in just a little bit. And then I'm going to take my ink. I'm going to go with the yellow. And with the spreader, you're going to notice it's fairly large. I'm just going to cut it just a little bit because I don't need it quite as large. And I can cut it in different sizes, so that way I've got a small spreader, I've got a medium, and I've got a large, so that way I can use it on a lot of different projects. All right, so I'm going to take my spreader here, and I'm going to take my gel art ink. Now, I'm just going to tell you, this is an incredibly versatile product, and the fact that you're able to use it on fabrics, cloths. You'll notice a lot of the projects that I have been going over with you. Let's just look at them again. Look at how, with this pillow, you'll notice that it's yellow. I just did it on a muslin pillow. There was no fabric color here. You can take the gel art ink and literally dye the pillow itself. So that way you could be working with just a muslin or a duck material fabric like this, and you can spread the ink over it entirely instead of using a stencil. Allow it to dry about 30 minutes. I would heat press it, and then you can go in and put the design on top of it. Is that not amazing? All right, but you can also turn around and use the ink on your paper to create your note cards, to be able to create your wrapping paper. So now, look at this stencil so you can see where I've used it before. I'm just going to take the area here, and I'm pressing this through this stencil. Look at the tiny little details on that little cactus. I'm going to turn this back the other way. I'm pressing it through. I'm not laying it on top because I'm wanting it to go through this mesh and go down on my paper on the other side. All right. So now I'm just going to take the edge of this and lift it up. And look at that adorable little cactus. I'm going to show you. I'm going to hold this up to the camera because I want you to be able to look at the detail on that. Can you see that? Isn't that awesome? So that way, as you can see, as we created this particular wrapping paper that's themed for our birthday party that we're going to have, or our baby shower, or whatever your theme is. I just think that the cactus is such an adorable gift wrapping paper. You want to allow it to dry. Now here's the difference. If you're using it on gift wrapping paper, there's no need to heat set it. It's going to be fine. It's going to go down into the fibers. Paper has a fiber. It's going to go down into the fibers of the paper and dry. You want to allow it to probably dry at least 30 minutes to an hour, and then that way you can go in and wrap your paper. And then the same thing here. As far as working with these adorable note cards, you can just cut up any type of paper that you have. We like to have a card stock, and then that way it could go with it. You can tie it on with some twine or a piece of ribbon if you want, or if you want to put it in the mail, you can easily just use some paper that you would get that would be note card paper, but you can customize it with the ink. All right, are there any questions? Are we good? Let us know too, as you're watching this morning, let us know where you're from, what city you're from. We love to be able to know where you are as far as our marketing efforts. So send me some love. Let me know that you like learning how to do this, and then tell me what state you're from, or maybe even what city and state you're from. We love that. So, all right, so I'm going to set this aside. The other thing that I do want to show you is on this pillow, I was just using a muslin pillow. It looks like I've used this several times. But I want to show you how you can color it without actually even just using the stencil. So look at this. I'm going to come back with my gel art ink, and I'm going to just press it into the fabric itself. You'll notice that I don't have a stencil yet. So if I don't want to keep it just that muslin color, I can literally color it. And I do like to do it by pressing it on. Yes, is there a question? There's not a question. Okay, I thought somebody was holding their hand up. All right, so look how I'm just spreading this out nice and even, almost like I'm icing a cake. And that is going to get into the fibers of the fabric and color it. So that way you don't have to go in with any type of dye. And once it's gone in and dried, I can come back, just like I did on this pillow, and do my pattern on it. Is that not amazing? I just love the ease of that, how easy it goes on. I don't see the overlapping. And I think you'll see once you start getting used to working with the gel art inks, how far they go, the versatility of them. It's pretty amazing. Now, if I continued to work on this, which I don't want to use up your time this morning doing that, you could see how I could very easily go over this whole adorable pouch or pillow, and it's going to be this beautiful even color of yellow, just like I did on my pillow. So let's just glance at this one more time. This is how I got the look of this adorable pillow to be able to use. But if you don't want to color the entire piece, then that way you can come back and just go on top of it. So that's what I'm going to show you really quickly. All right, so this is just a muslin bag that we're working with. Of course, you can go to Dollar Tree, you can go to Target, you can get a lot of different pieces that are just going to be plain pieces like this that you can actually do patterns and designs on using our stencils. So I'm just going to come back with my tassel. So you see down at the bottom of this stencil how you've got a tassel. So I'm going to use this line mark right here, and I'm just going to cut that. And remember, you've got an adhesive back on it. You know, the great thing about it is a lot of people don't realize the expense and the time when you do a Cricut. You can only use it once. This you can wash easily in some water and put it back in your little bag and use it again and again. You can also use these stencils with our chalk art. You can use it with our Rescue Restore paint, as well as our gel inks. So look at our little bag over here. You can kind of see how we duplicated our llama, as well as creating a tassel at the bottom and the top. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to lay this out kind of flat so that way I can get to it a little bit easier. All right, so I'm gonna lay my tassel. See where I lay that in the center like this. So I'm gonna move it over. So that way it'll be scalloped all the way across. Just lay that down. So you wanna make sure it's adhering well. And I'm gonna take my other color that I think it's absolutely adorable. It's called Hey Y'all. And I'm gonna take the smaller spreader that I cut up. I'm just gonna lay a little bit of that gel ink on the edge of that, like that. And then I'm gonna come back. Remember, this is a mesh material and you wanna press it through. Don't just lay it on top of it. Now, the great thing about this is the versatility. One thing I wanna make sure that you do is you've gotta make sure that this is going to dry at least 2 hours, and then after it's dried for 2 hours, I want you to come back with just a cotton rag or a towel, set on top of it, and then I want you to heat press it with your iron. It's good to keep it at about 200, 250 degrees, and then that way it will heat set it down into the fibers. Look at that, how adorable that is. I need to come back in and fill that in just a little bit. All right, so last but not least, I want to be able to show you how you can take this adorable llama and put it on top of your coffee cup. Now, a lot of people are like, is this going to be permanent? You can hand wash this and it'll wear very well, but I would not put it in the dishwasher because the inks were formulated primarily for fabrics. So I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna pull my little llama off. You know, and I love the fact that a lot of children love working with these stencils and these inks. They love making their own, especially the chalk art, because that way if they mess up, all they have to do is wipe it off and start all over. All right, so I'm gonna lay this down on here like this. So notice when you're working on a round surface like this, you're gonna have to set it down a little bit in the center, and then you're gonna wanna pull it up and lay it down to where it's gonna lie flat where your pattern is. So you'll have to maneuver it just a little bit, but what's so great is the fact that it is adhesive. Once you lay it down, it's gonna stick in place for you to be able to work with it. Isn't that cool? All right, so you see again, we've done this adorable kind of teal color, which we call Hey Y'all. And again, I'm gonna use my smaller spreader. I'm gonna put just a little bit of that gel art ink on here. And if you can see me, I'm gonna lay this down. Be sure and press it through this mesh, and you're gonna get a lot of detail. I'm gonna stay focused on these lines. I don't wanna use a whole lot over my stencil because I don't wanna waste it. But I'm pressing it through. You know, we also use our Rescue Restore paint and our chalk art and our gel ink with all kinds of different products like that. We have like our Venetian plaster and do different pieces of art. We're getting ready to announce our subscription box, Make with Joy. And we're going to be doing beautiful original art that's in caustic. So not only do we have really easy projects like this to be able to do, we also love making original art here in the Maker Studio. All right, so I'm just going to pull this up very carefully. I want to make sure that it's adhering, but yet I want to make sure not to mess up my design. Look how adorable that is. He's so happy. So, so cute. What a cute, cute gift. Now, definitely not least, last but not least, I want to show you how you can clean these. So I've just got a little tub of water. So when you get through, I want you to pop these in the water like this. And I usually have like a little natural seawell sponge like this in some water. And then just on top of it, I want you to just go in like you're giving it a bath. When you're working with the inks, it will have a tendency to dye the fibers on this just a little bit, but don't let that bother you. It's not going to mess it up. See how I got all the ink off? Now I want you to set this aside and allow it to dry, but here's the deal. I want you to lay it up. This is the adhesive side. Just lay this down and allow that to dry, air dry. I prefer you keep fibers off of it. And then you go back to the little bag that we had that we originally took our stencil out of. Once it's dry, put it back on the bag and then put it in this little bag and seal it up. And then that way you're ready for your next project. So hopefully you see how diverse all these adorable projects are, how now you see we came back and created a whole different color. So when you look at a piece like this adorable little backpack, notice something else. Look how we came back in and did white with the green. You can start playing with it and upping your creative game. You can come in and use different colors of our gel inks to color it entirely, just like I did this yellow. You can use multiple colors, you can layer them, but the versatility with our gel inks, with our chalk art, our Rescue Restore paint, and our stencils allows you to create all these different projects, pieces of art, because we want you to enjoy the bragging rights. Have a happy, happy Monday, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye.